looking for you to pick up that score. Ayo. And to introduce our next holiday, we have Victor teaching us some vocabulary.
Can you guys see that? Can you guys see it?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. So firstly, I'm going to be introducing vocabulary on Halloween, just like we did. So then you have an idea of what you can see what we do during Halloween. So firstly, we have trick-or-treating, which is generally practice where children go dressing in costumes from door to door and saying trick or treat. And then when the door opens and they ask for a treat, they are also kind of in a way threatening to play a trick on them if they refuse, which is a very interesting stereotype, such as throwing toilet paper on people's trees, which I'm not sure people do these days, but certainly would not be really good in this time. During COVID, it would actually be pretty good during COVID because everyone wants to get toilet paper. Wouldn't it be nice to have people throw toilet paper on your house? And then next thing we have is costumes. Is an outfit worn during Halloween to help create an appearance and characteristics of a particular period or person, place, or thing. Has anyone ever worn a costume to a Halloween party?
Yes, I've been
Nice.
I remember like a few years ago, like I didn't dress up like really good, but I just like put nuts on my teeth and it looks like vampire. It looks so weird. Like I just wore black and then I put nuts on it and then making it like a vampire.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Okay. Next thing we have is haunted houses, which is a Halloween amusement attraction where a building or a series of rooms is decorated to look like it's spooky and scary and it's full of people and like in scary costumes to frighten people. So has anyone ever been to a haunted house, or is there any things like this where you guys are from or at? Yes.
Like I've been to a haunted house, but I'm not sure it's like on October. It's like we went in with my sister and my sister's friends. Like we went in and there was like spiders everywhere, and then they screamed
Sounds
inside.
very scary.
I still can't do haunted houses. They're too scary for me.
Interesting. Next thing is Hayride, which is informal event where people ride in a wagon or sled full of hay and they're able to go see stuff, maybe go see a pumpkin patch, or also maybe have a interesting horror experience like that instead of going in a haunted house, which is inside and not really quite a good thing to do during our time. And it's nice to have outdoor haunted experience. Has anyone ever been on one of these before?
No.
Okay.
Someone's raising their hand.
Yes. Anyone question or? Lisa? Yes? No? Okay. Another activity similar to Hayride is a corn maze, which is, a maze made of.
Oh, I see. I think we see a hand raised.
Or
Or
Lisa? Did you have a question or something you would like to input or share? Lisa again.
Alyssa, do you have a question?
Okay, it's not. Yes?
Oh, someone had a question about how it feels sitting on a hayride.
It feels kind of interesting. It's like it's quite soft because the hay makes the wagon pretty soft. It's like a nice cushion, and you just ride around and you're just looking at like someone's farm, like previously looking at someone's farm. Maybe there's pumpkins or or nice corn maze around. It's pretty nice to go around. Go outside and see a nice scenery. But yeah. Going back to what I said, a corn maze is a maze made out of cornfield, made out of cut cornfield, which can range from 2 to 20 acres, and can have a really like scary and spooky atmosphere and encounter during Halloween at night. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty spooky. Okay. Next thing we have is a jack-o'-lantern, which is a carved turnip or pumpkin or any other root vegetable which you commonly associated and seen during Halloween. Has anyone ever carved a pumpkin or any other vegetables or stuff like that?
We have a student raising their hand.
Yes.
I've carved it before, but I made it so bad that it looked broken. Like it doesn't look like a jack-o'-lantern. It looks so weird. Like just a hole in the pumpkin, like a hole.
That can be scary also, just seeing a hole in a face. Isn't that scary to see?
I was carving it and the whole thing broke.
That's even more scarier. It's like seeing a whole face break. Okay. Next thing we have is apple bopping, which is a game where players try to pick up apples that are floating inside a bale of water using their mouth. I'm not sure if people are playing this during this time of quarantine and safety, but people used to play this a lot. Has anyone ever done this or something similar at all?
I remember trying and failing and inhaling some water as a child.
It's
Mildly
very
traumatic
bad.
experience.
Okay. Next thing we have candy corn, which is a very infamous candy during Halloween, which is a molded chewy candy that looks like corn kernel. As you can see, some people also try to make it look like a corn on the cob, and this also has a large reputation of being not really tasty by some people and tasty by others. But yeah, has anyone ever tried this candy?
I've tried it before, but I didn't make it like a corn shape. I just ate it.
Did you think it was tasty or did you hate it?
I think it's good. Yeah.
And another thing is a graveyard, which is a place where the remains of dead people are buried. Especially it's near a church, and it's very largely associated with Halloween, and it's very spooky atmosphere. Is there something similar in like Chinese culture of graveyards being a very bad place to be at, or is it something of a positive in your guys' culture? Yes, is someone?
So, like in April 4th, we will have a holiday that we will go and pray our ancestors. Like they will have graveyards or like a tower with full of dead people, but there was like bones, not with like the same body. Like they're like burned and they're like in a coffin.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Another thing that is very synonymous and connected to Halloween is witches, which is a woman that has a lot of magical powers, and especially evil ones. That is very popularly depicted as having a black coat and a pointed hat and flying on a broomstick. Do you guys have something similar in your guys' culture of like a woman, scary woman on a broomstick, or just a scary woman? Is anyone like a scary creature? Anyone? Okay. Another similar thing, you have ghost, which is the soul of that person, which is something very scary and spooky to see. Do you guys have something similar or interesting cultural thing about ghosts or dead people? Anyone? Okay. Another thing we have is skeleton, which is animated, internal or external framework, bones. As you can see, just moving around, acting very scary. Another thing we have is a zombie, which is an undead creature, which is reanimated. Which is quite a scary thing to see. And, they can transmit and turn you into a zombie as well by biting him. Okay, and that's about it with my thing. Does anyone have any questions or anything you'd like to share about this? Any questions?
Let's hear from the girls. Any of the girls have any questions about the corn maze? Have you ever been into a corn maze before? Okay, go. Right now, will like any of the girls participate? We'll get to you right now. We'll get to you.
Have your hand raised.
Who raised their
Yes.
hand? You have a question in the chat. It says, did you ever prepare the candies to the kids on Halloween? Do you want to respond, Victor?
Yeah, I've given out candy to kids on Halloween. Not a lot of kids have come sometimes because sometimes if you see a house, you don't see a lot of houses that have lights on. That's how you show that you have candy. You don't really want to go down that street sometimes. But yeah, I've done that before. Anyone else have any other questions or comments or experiences like to share that are maybe similar to this or any holidays you guys celebrate during, October?
It is. I think it's a pretty cool activity to like prepare the kids. Usually, me and my girlfriend go out and we buy tons of candies. Well, before COVID, we will buy like tons of candies, and then we usually put them on a jack o' lantern where the kids will come up, and then you can just grab them. Or some people build like little tunnels, kind of make it like a little maze, and then they make it a little spooky and scary. So it gets pretty fun. So now, do you guys celebrate anything or similar to that? Like, there are also Day of the Day, Day of the Dead, but that's in Mexico. But do you guys honor the death in some way or something like that?
If you have your hand up, you can speak.
I do a jack-o'-lantern before. I draw my face on it.
Okay,
It's
that's
ugly.
nice. Okay, and then
In Taiwan, we have like we have the activity in holiday in October, like Halloween. We have different communities, and they'll prepare candy, and kids will go over like getting candies everywhere, like a whole street or a whole community. Like they'll go they'll go upstairs or like go around the street, like getting candies.
what are some words you learned from this presentation?
You can actually do something. Actually have a picture like we just did. So I'll go prepare that real quick. Stop sharing that. And let me just do something similar. Okay. Okay. So let's try something. Let's try something very simple. That. Let's type in chat if you know it.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Okay. Yes, it's correct.
Girls, come on. I want to see those scores change.
Okay. Okay. What else we have? This is pretty simple.
Hayride.
Okay. Another one for the boys, I think. I don't know. Oh, yes. right. We have had right. Let's try something interesting. Thus, I'm not sure if anyone.
Trick or treat.
Yes. Okay. And yes, just gonna draw a person first. And let's see if you guys can get any initial idea of what it could be. Just anything
Skeleton.
at all. No, that's not what I'm thinking.
A witch.
This is gonna be. Yes.
Costume.
Yes. Okay. I think well, this one, real quick. Anyone know this? Speak it out.
Unicorn.
Yes, girls. Another point for girls. Yay. Okay. I think that is good. I think Jared should go next. Next thing would be Jared.